What is up, you guys? Welcome back to this channel, and this is gonna be part 4 to What If Deku Was Saitama's son. Now play the intro. Okay, so before we start, I'm gonna do a quick recap to the last part. Class 1A had their hero training, and Deku easily won and got the bomb. Then they went to USJ, and Deku killed the Nomu right away, so Aizawa doesn't get injured or anything, and All Might doesn't get pushed to his limit. Next, they have the sports festival. Deku gets first place, and that's where we stopped last time. So students are now picking names, and Deku still chooses Deku. Now students are gonna pick internships. Deku gets most of the internships, and Bakugo goes to Gran Torino. Deku goes to Endeavor's internship, and because Endeavor wanted to see how strong Deku was. When Deku gets there, Endeavor asks him, "How did you obtain this much power? And do you think you're as strong as a pro hero?" Deku says, "My way of obtaining this power is a secret that I will only reveal if you win a fight against me. That'll also determine whether I'm as strong as pro heroes or not." Endeavor is happy to hear this and gladly says, "Yes, I'll fight you." Right as they begin, Deku goes behind Endeavor and taps him on the head, which pisses Endeavor off. Endeavor shoots a giant flame at Deku, destroying the wall, but Deku's suddenly in front of him. Deku just flicks his pinky, so Endeavor is out cold. He's unconscious. When he wakes up, he just tells Deku and Todoroki, who were playing together, like training. I'm not sure what they were doing. They were training. He tells them they're going to Hosu City. Deku's happy because he can go and see how Ida is, since he knew that he was after revenge. When they get there, Deku sees a Nomu and remembers when they were at the USJ. He attacks the Nomu, killing it with one punch. At the same time, a Nomu attacks the train that Bakugo and Gran Torino were in. Bakugo reacts to this and puts both of his hands on either side of its head, letting out huge explosions from both of his hands, killing the Nomu. Deku runs out to the streets looking for Ida. He finds Ida in an alleyway, and he's on the ground with the hero killer Stain in front of him and about to kill him. You might think Deku would arrive before that, since he's much faster than in the original, but he got to Hosu City later than the original, since Endeavor was knocked out. Deku jumps to the hero killer Stain and bites the blade, shattering it to pieces. The hero killer doesn't see this at all, so he's after jumping back and pulling out another blade, he attacks Deku. Deku just goes behind him and chops him on the neck with his hand. He sees an injured Nomu flying, so he jumps and punches its head off. Shigaraki sees this and says, "Damn, that kid." He also destroyed the Nomu at the USJ. So now Ida is in the hospital, and Deku came to visit. The police dog person, I don't know who he is, but he comes and tells Deku, "Since you used your quirk in public, you'll get punished, or we'll just give the credit to Endeavor." But Deku tells the police officer, "I'm quirkless." The police dog is shocked and says, "Well then, nothing will happen. You'll just get credit." Now all the heroes think that Deku is a legend. Whenever Deku goes out of his house, he's swarmed by people that are taking pictures. He's like a celebrity now. When they go back to school, Aizawa congratulates Deku on defeating the hero killer. Aizawa tells the students that they're nearing the end of the semester and they need to be tested. All the matches go the same except for All Might's fight. Deku just pins All Might and handcuffs him. So the only people that fail are Ashido, Kaminari, Kirishima, and the guy that has sugar rushes. I'm not sure what he's called. So a couple days later, Aizawa tells the students that they'll be going to a training camp. Everybody's happy because this means they're going on a field trip. The next day, everyone is ready and they get on the bus. After a couple hours of driving, Aizawa tells everyone that they're taking a break and everyone should get off the bus. After everyone gets off the bus, they go to the edge of the road. They see the wild pussycats, and the students only realize after it's too late it was a trap, and Pixie Bob made the ground fall from under them. The only person that is able to react in time is Deku. He jumps next to Aizawa and tells him that it was a cheap trick. Aizawa shrugs and Deku just jumps next to his classmates and tells them, "Stand back, everyone." They all move back and he just flicks his finger, creating a path through the woods. The students pass through this path and they find a house, which they enter. After a few hours of resting, the teachers arrive. They're surprised to see the students. They ask the students, "How did you get here so fast, and how long has it been since you arrived?" Deku tells the wild pussycats, "I just flicked my finger, making a path through the forest." The wild pussycats tell the class, "You guys are amazing, but you can't keep relying on Deku to do your work, because he's not always going to be there." They rest that day, but the next day Aizawa tells the students that today they'll be training their quirks. While everybody is doing their quirk training, Deku goes to do his 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and 10-kilometer run. When he's done, he goes to ask Aizawa, "What should I do?" Aizawa tells Deku, "I don't know, just do whatever you want." Deku just rests and waits until everyone is finished. The students cook their food and they eat. The next day at night, the students are taking the Walk of Bravery. I think that's what it's called. So as Uraraka and Asui are walking around the forest, one of the wild pussycats gets pulled, and there's a giant weapon over its head. Deku sees the weapon and jumps, kicking the weapon and shattering it. The villains can't believe the speed and power that Deku has. Then Deku knocks both of the villains out and tells the wild pussycats that he knows where Koda is. Right before Deku came, a scary man went up to Koda and told him, "Want to trade this mask for your hat?" Koda sees that this is the man that killed both his parents. Deku then comes and sees that the villain is attacking a helpless child. Muscular is about to punch Koda, but Deku intercepts this punch. Muscular says, "Wow, kid, you have some power tanking that punch." Deku laughs and says, "I didn't even feel a thing." Muscular then tries to attack Deku, but Deku punches him in the stomach, knocking him unconscious. He then proceeds to carry Koda, who's overwhelmed with happiness and wants to thank Deku. Deku jumps off with Koda, taking him to Aizawa. Aizawa then asks Deku, "I know this is asking a lot, but can you use as much power as you can without hurting your classmates to destroy the villains?" Deku smirks. Aizawa also tells Deku, "Send a message to the wild pussycats so they can tell everyone that the students are allowed to fight." Deku tells him, "That won't be necessary, but I'll tell them anyways." Deku then jumps toward the forest, running as fast as he can without doing any damage to the forest. Deku spots Tokuyami being taken over by Dark Shadow, so Deku goes to Tokuyami and neck chops him, knocking him out. Deku then runs to where Bakugo and Todoroki are, and he sees Moonlight. attacking. So he rushes there and punches Moonlight, knocking him unconscious and breaking his teeth. Deku then rushes to where Uraraka is and sees Toga there trying to capture her, but this time Twice is with Toga. He beats Toga and Twice both up and makes them tell him why are they targeting Uraraka. They tell him the truth about their master, All For One, and about how he wants her quirk because they made a mask for him that increases his power and protects him, but it's so heavy he can't wear it. Deku keeps his promise and lets them go. The villains escape, but they're not able to capture Bakugo or Tokuyami, so their mission fails. Momo still attaches the tracker to the Nomu so they know where their base is. So this is where I'm going to end part 4 to this, and thank you guys for watching till the end. And this is Anime OP, signing off.